A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. Here I can see the twin flame energy is very strong, and whosoever feels connected with the divine feminine, for them I have a different reading, and for those who connect with the masculine energy, I have a different reading of their energies. However, they are connected with each other with the bond of love. So, I'm being shown a very independent divine feminine over here who is committed to source, extremely committed actually, and integrated with source. She has surrendered fully to source, and she has reached a point where she doesn't feel there is any difference between her and source. The separation is no longer there. The separation that a lot of feminines and masculines have to face, they have to go through. She is no longer in that separation energy. Or we can say, as per this collective reading, the separation energy is gone because of surrender, complete and ultimate surrender. This type of ultimate surrender can also happen after receiving ultimate discard or going through a lot of life lessons and understanding that nothing is actually permanent here, everything is temporary. And this feminine, I can sense that all she wants is true love, and she realized that she had been looking for love outside in the external reality, in the 3D world. She basically had these experiences or epiphanies where she could stand outside her physical reality, physical body, and observe herself. And she figured out that she had been doing so many things purely because she wanted love. Somebody to love her, somebody to pay attention to her, somebody to acknowledge her. And all of her attempts were merely going into waste because the way she wanted someone to give her attention, she wanted that absolute attention, dedication, devotion, loyalty. And she always felt that why should I compromise? Many a times the world around told her that you can do with this or you can do with that. But she wanted to question everybody, or most importantly, she questioned herself. Should she settle down for something? What I'm being shown is that this divine feminine had certain personality traits or an image of a person in her mind, that this is the type of person she wanted. She had a very clear understanding of what she wanted in a person. At that point in time, what she wanted in a relationship, what she wanted in a man, what she wanted in love was quite different than what or how she thinks now. Back then, there were a couple of things that really mattered to her, and those were the basics actually. And she didn't get the basics either. So it led some kind of a hole in her heart, a lacuna that had to be filled up. And it was such a dark hole that no matter what she would put into it, it would all get sucked in and not get the right answer. So there had to be a major need of healing herself. And this feminine decided to go deeper into her healing. On the other side, on the other hand, we have the masculine. This is a very dedicated, devoted masculine. He is not red flag or green flag. He simply holds the white flag of peace. And the white color is prominent in this energy reading because I feel there is a lot of connection, a lot of surrender. So when a masculine is in healed state, or when he understands what love is, then he is mostly very peaceful. And what he needs in the feminine, what he looks for in a feminine, is how much peace she can offer to him. because he wants to be himself, and he is a very simple man, you can say a godly man. What is the feminine looking in a man? She's looking for a godly man. She's looking for the God in a person, in a human being. That type of godliness does not come from pomp and show or arrogance. That is to understand that God is within us, God lives within us. We are all children of God, and we all need to look for God within. Most people are working on external things. You see, even in a lot of healing and therapies that people are doing online, they are doing some kind of rituals, some kind of external physical rituals, egg cleansing, do that, go here, go there. And when you look at all of the people who are confused about feminine and masculine energy in the physical world, they are getting their body parts changed or removed, or hormonally they are enhancing them, doing a lot of things to connect with the feminine or the masculine energy, whichever they feel is in imbalance. And many people are not even doing that. Some are literally just enhancing their nose or chin or hairline or something in order to feel more beautiful or more amazing. Many are doing this just to get the acceptance of other people. Because why else? What else would be the reason for anyone to do any physical changes inside or on the body, on the physical body? So, actual healing happens within. Actual healing is something that makes a person figure out their patterns and their loops so that they don't have to take such extreme measures in order to get love. Actually, at the end of the day, they're all trying to be attractive. They're all basically broken. Broken in ways that they're trying to fix it externally, physically. But physically, it cannot be healed. It has to be healed. Internally, it has to be healed metaphysically. So, the two people that I am channeling, these people are made for each other. The man and the woman here, or the masculine or the feminine energy here. Why is this man, the divine masculine, following the divine feminine? Why does he hold the white flag of peace? That's because he can feel the same energy as she bows down to worship Source, as she stops for everything, as she gives maximum priority. She has questioned many times, does this happen to others also? Because she reached to such a place in her devotion, in her love. It started with the search of love, of course, but it took her to a place where she started feeling this love within her. She's no longer concerned with anyone. She's only concerned with herself and Source, her connection with Source. And she's not doing it in a boisterous or careless way. It means that there is this love that she started feeling. She never felt this love. She never felt this sense of peace, this sense of acceptance or acknowledgement. And for some people, some of the feminines, it may just be start of it, it may just be advent of it. But for the first time in their life, they are feeling that they are now walking on the right path. Maybe all the wrongs or all the bad experiences also they went through was leading them to this place, and that makes everything else also look okay, all's well, that ends well kind of feeling. So the feminine is not concerned with anyone. She is feeling very blessed, she's feeling very lucky, and she's realizing that the universe had been watching her back all this while. Even when she had no idea, universe, God, Source, masters, spirit guides, all the benevolent energies were always around her and taking care of her. They never let her go into very deep problems, like she took a dip into it, figured it out, understood the energy, and she stepped out. You can say that she would go to a very high frequency to get the download, to get the knowledge, to get the information, and then she would go into low frequency in order to see if it really works or not. Because this feminine is not the types who's going to preach anything which she has not practiced or she has not practically seen if it works or not. She is somebody who is going to try it out. She's going to do the experiment. She's not going to give up. She's not a whiny baby. She's not a cranky baby. For the first time, she feels like fully immersing herself into these experiences. She doesn't want to put the label of good or bad because she did that for a long time and it didn't lead her to anything. Now, she just wants to be an observer, and she is in many ways. So, she is not concerned with anybody or anything. She's only very feeling very blessed and she has a lot of gratitude. She's okay to feel sad. She's not running away from pain. She was very scared of pain and fear was very strong. See, sometimes in order to protect ourselves from pain, we develop the fear frequency. So, it may seem like the ego is trying to save you, but the ego is putting so many fears on your path that you're not even opening your eyes to see it. When you see it, you realize that there's nothing. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be afraid of. So, to feel that pain fully, the fear of what's gonna happen, what's the worst, you have to give it time and you have to watch it. You have to watch that thing. Because when you heal or when you don't let the fear rule your life, you'll realize that there are always solutions. Always there are solutions. Because as soon as you think about solutions or as soon as you start facing your fear, you change the frequency immediately. And this is what she's learned by practical experience. Now, the masculine also is saying that God always knew that I was passionate in all my relationships or whatever I wanted. If he's not been in that many relationship, he doesn't have a big body count. I mean, not everyone has a huge body count because they wanted to win some kind of race. Some of the people have a body count, higher body count number because they were always looking for love and they never got love, and there were so many addiction patterns or relationships not working out. It was strange. Why were they like that? You know, if they look at themselves now, the same people who are working on themselves, who are doing inner work, who are healing themselves, they would have this very strong feeling that the person they had been thinking that it's them is not even them. It seems to be like a simulation. That's the magic of healing. When you heal from your past wounds, when you heal from your patterns, many a times it seems like the abuse or the pain or the suffering or the misery didn't even happen to you. It happened to someone else, but not you. And you have the whole download, you have the whole knowledge of this is how it works on planet Earth. So a lot of people, really nice people, were in addictions. Really nice people were in many relationships that they never wanted to be in the first place. If they were healed, they would have probably met someone, the first person they would have fallen in love with, they would have married that person. But then now they realize that everything happens for a reason and everything that happened to them was good from a very scientific point of view. Now, when they do all the 3D stuff into it, the masculine is saying that I was very passionate and I was very lost, extremely lost. In the passion, I was lost because the passion was making me satisfy the whims and fancies for a lot of karmic people, karmic relationships, karmic jobs, karmic was like too strong in my reality. Karmic energy was too strong. And only God knows what happened, how it happened, how I got into this awakening. It is strange that I feel that God energy flowing into my veins now. I, who had so many bad habits and I had so many issues and so many doubts and so many fears, I have become so dedicated and devoted that he can now recognize that love in the feminine, his feminine who has the same signature core frequency, and obviously they are predestined to be together. It's already written in the stars. So he's telling to the feminine that I will follow you, whatever you say. I don't have any manipulations, any demands, any needs, any greed. There is nothing 3D in my mind that I will achieve, nothing karmic, nothing sansaric, nothing. It's not about your body, it's not about your looks, because for a man, it's very important, or for a man or a woman, anyone, they want to be with someone who they find genuinely attracted to. There's a genuine attraction and there's a lust attraction. So this man feels that I feel that genuine love for you, and I'm not looking at anything else. I have to admit that I found you. At first, I found you to be extremely mesmerizing, that I had to leave everything and just literally have a good look at you. If you tell me, I will do anything. And even if I'm in my dreams, I will not think about anyone else. That's the amount of love I feel for you. Now, this is a very big thing to say. Even if you are very deep into inner work, this makes a lot of sense, because people who do very deep inner work and healing, people whose chakras are aligned, they're very much conscious in their dreams also. When a person does really deep inner work, they are so conscious, they are totally out of lust. So for this, you have to be out of lust. This masculine and feminine are completely out of lust energy. The incubus and succubus energy are basically male and female demons that prey on people while they sleep. So a male demon that seeks to have sexual intercourse with a sleeping woman is incubus, and succubus is a female demon that seeks to have sexual intercourse with sleeping men. And sometimes they can also be like bisexual in nature or homosexual in nature. Like a female succubus can also go to a female. So a male incubus can also go to male. Like it can happen, okay? And incubi and succubi are basically these are natural phenomenons, or you can say supernatural paranormal phenomenons that occur during sleep. People have nightmares, people have sexual dreams, sometimes night terror. Sometimes they would see that demon and they would still be physically involved with that demon. Or sometimes people have mentioned about them feeling like they got raped in a dream. So before all of this happens, you need to work on your chakras. You need to get aligned with your chakras. And there's also delusion which is called incubus syndrome, where people have believed that they are sexually approached by an unseen lover. So the person would be very nice and very attractive, but they would only look for sexual stuff. And before a lot of people actually find or meet their masculine and feminine divine counterparts in this current reality, physical reality, they have actually, now when they heal, I'm talking about that part, because they stop getting attacked with incubus and succubus energy, talking about both the genders respectively. There comes a point in their life where they first meet their person in the dream state. So we also need to heal the dream state. I used to do a therapy called dream state intervention therapy, but I realized that it was way too advanced and not everybody understood it at that time. I was doing it in 2020, and then I removed it from the therapy list. But now I include it in the chakra therapy. If someone extends the chakra therapy or someone goes deeper into long-term therapy with me, then these dream state interventions come very handy and they are helpful. So this masculine and feminine are people who are so out of lust that even in the dream state, they are very conscious of what state they are in, what's happening to them. And that makes me understand, looking at their energy, that they are both very, 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 very intelligent, very wise, and they've been in very dark places. They've been in very toxic, dark relationships with really selfish, mean people. They gave them their all, everything that they could give to those people. They gave them their all. They were probably in bad health or very dense dark night of soul phases, multiple dark night of soul phases, and gradually they worked so much on themselves, step by step, step by step. So such people, not only in the dream state, even in the physical reality, they're bound to meet a lot of people, they're bound to interact with a lot of people. Step by step they realize that there was a time they were into proper relationships with people. Now they don't want to be in a relationship with anyone. That's how it starts. You can meet people, you can go for a coffee date, you can have a cup of tea. Sometimes you just do it when you don't have anyone in your life, when you're single and you feel that someone is showing a lot of interest in you, and you go and spend some time with them. But then that time also you have to be very careful. You're not looking for a fling, you're not looking for time pass, you're not looking for action or anything. You're just being yourself, and you're trying to understand why God put you in that place where you are communicating with someone who's giving you a lot of romantic hints. So even in physical reality, such people, so in physical reality and in dream state, such people are very conscious of wherever they are and whatever they're doing. They know that everything has a meaning. Some of the dreams they don't have their control on. Some of the dreams are like they're just merely a witness, or even if they are feeling like that character, that person in the dream, they feel very intensely during those dreams, and they wake up and they go like, why did I even have this weird dream? This masculine is also giving a lot of credit to the feminine, who is saying that I have learned a lot about the matters of the heart from you. You have taught me about these things, the paths to spiritual awakening, maybe. So I feel that there is also this monad energy here, where the masculine has completely surrendered to the feminine, and he is extremely like thankful and grateful to her, and he feels that he died many deaths in the same time frame, around the same time frame. The ego death has taken place for him because of her as well. So this is where I'm going to close part 1, and I will see you in the part 2 of the same channeling. One love, peace out, and Victory to Ram. And for personal readings, personal sessions, for tarot and intuitive readings, you can check out the description box. For therapies, you can check out the description box. All the therapies are listed over there. You can connect with me. If you're from India, then you need to write to me to get my details, my booking details. Or if you're from any other part of the world, then you can use the PayPal link. So see you in the next one. Lots of love.